everybody, welcome back to the Jack Talks Jets. Today's topic is going to be about the Super Bowl 57, as you guys can see on your screen. Let's talk about it. So, first of all, let's dive right into it. So, this is going to be a great Super Bowl, obviously, because I think it has two great teams, and they're both number one seeds, too. So, I think that's a huge advantage for both teams by, they're both number one teams. They're both going to go at it. They're both obviously going to score. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. Lately, I've been saying, last year's Super Bowl, pretty sure I said it could be, I said I could have seen a low-scoring game. It was a medium-scoring game. Not a high-scoring, but not a low-scoring. It was 23-20. It was kind of low-scoring in the second half, but in the first half, it ended 13-10 Rams against the Bengals. And again, that was my most viewed video, so let's see if Super Bowl 57 can make our most viewed video here. So anyways, let's go who I want to win. I want the Kansas City Chiefs to win. I get it. I was kind of torn between both teams. I like Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown. I really like them, but I also like Patrick Mahomes and Chris Jones and Travis Kelce and Isaiah Pacheco, and I just like more people on the Chiefs. But the main reason why I'm rooting for the Chiefs is because the Eagles have beaten the Jets 12. The Jets have not beaten the Eagles in the regular season. They beat them in the preseason, like this past preseason in 2022. But they've never beaten them in the regular season. So why would I root for a team that we've never even beat before? That's kind of like. That's like saying, let's see. So that's like saying if the Giants, if you're a Giants fan, let's see. Let's look up what team the Giants have never beat. Let's take a look. So, what team has the New York Giants never beat? Okay. I can't really find any results, but let's make up a scenario. Okay, so let's say you're a Giants fan, and let's make like a little hypothetically. If the Rams have never beaten the Giants, I'm pretty sure the Giants have beaten the Rams. But if this happened, if the Rams have never beaten or if the Giants have never beaten the Rams, but you've beaten the Chiefs, would you root for the Chiefs or the Rams in the Super Bowl? I would root for the Chiefs because I want to see the team that's beaten us multiple times lose. You know what I mean? But back in Super Bowl 52, it was different. The only reason I was rooting for Philadelphia is because they were playing against New England. As you guys know, I don't like New England because I'm a diehard Jets fan. I can't like New England. But that's the only reason why I was rooting for Philadelphia in Super Bowl 52. Now let's get to who I think will win the Super Bowl. Not who I think I want to win, but because I already told you guys I want the Kansas City Chiefs to win. Let's talk about who I think is going to win. I think, in all honesty, I'm not being biased or anything. No bias. In all honesty, I think the Kansas City Chiefs are winning this year's Super Bowl. I'm gonna say by 3 to 7 points like I did last year. I think it's going to be a very close game like it was last year. But I'm going to take the Chiefs in this matchup 27-23. I think this matchup is going to be one of the greatest Super Bowls we've seen in a while, possibly the last 10 years. And actually, you know what? I just came up with something. So just to keep this video rolling a little bit, I'm going to rank the last 10 Super Bowls from worst to best. Let's go. Alright, so I just spent some time making my list, and the past 10 Super Bowls started with Super Bowl 47, which is Ravens versus 49ers. So here's my list. Let's go. So coming in at number 10, we have Super Bowl 48, Broncos versus Seahawks. The final score is 43-8. It was a blowout from the start. The very first play was an overhead snap for the Broncos, and it was awful. I thought, I didn't watch it live because I was, very young at the time. And when I watched the highlights, it did not seem entertaining at all. Although it was at MetLife Stadium, so I hope they bring back a Super Bowl at MetLife Stadium soon, though. Coming in at number 9, I have Buccaneers versus Chiefs. Again, another blowout. It was over probably from the end of the first half. It was I think it was 21-6 at the end of the first half. I could be wrong, but I think it was either 14-6 or 21-6 Buccaneers at the end of the first half, and I was rooting for the Chiefs, so that didn't really help at all either. Coming in at number 8, I have Rams versus Patriots. Again, low scoring, very low scoring game. The only reason this is not last place right now is because of the defense. The defensive play was amazing during this game. This is honestly one of the best defensive Super Bowls I've ever watched personally. And again, this list is just my opinion, by the way. It's not based off the overall opinion on other people. This is just my opinion. Coming in at number 7 is Super Bowl 50, Broncos versus Panthers. Again, it's mid-scoring. It wasn't low-scoring, but it wasn't high-scoring. Again, the highlight of the game, however, is when Cam Newton did not jump on the ball when he fumbled it. If he recovered it, I thought the Panthers could have won Super Bowl 50. That was kind of a dumb move by Cam Newton right there. It was... I don't know what he was thinking, to be honest. I mean, if that were me in my football games, I would jump on that ball because that's a live ball right there. You have a shot to win the game because of that. I just thought that was crazy when I watched the highlights of that game. Coming in at number 6, this is going to be such a shocker to some people. I'm a Jets fan, so you got to understand where I'm coming from. Coming in at number 6 is Super Bowl 51. Patriots versus Falcons. If this was overall, if this was overall opinions, this Super Bowl would be number 1. Since I'm a Jets fan, I don't like the Patriots, so I was kind of upset when the Falcons choked a 25-point lead against New England. But if I was ranking this based off how historic and overall these games were, this Super Bowl would be number 1 on my list, no doubt about it. So, but anyways, this is coming in at number 6. Again, this is my personal opinion. Although it was arguably one of the greatest comebacks, probably the second greatest comeback in NFL history. As you guys know, again, I'm a Jets fan, so, I was not really that happy when the Falcons choked the 25-point lead. Coming in at number 5, again, this is going to be another shocker, is Super Bowl 49, Patriots versus Seahawks. The only, I liked the highlights of this game, but however, when, Tyler Lockett juggled it in the air and then caught it at the 2 or 1 yard, the 1 yard line, I think. That was amazing. I mean, everybody thought the Seahawks were gonna win now. They're gonna be they're gonna plunge it in with Marshawn Lynch. Every Seahawks fan is thinking, we're gonna win this. I mean, if I was a Jets fan and they did that, and say Garrett Wilson caught it from our quarterback, who we don't know is gonna be our quarterback next season. I would think we had it locked in. I'd be like, okay, just run the ball and we win the Super Bowl. Run the ball and we win the Super Bowl. It's that simple. But no, they pass it at the goal line. For what reason? You have one of the greatest running backs of all time, beast mode Marshawn Lynch in your backfield, and you decide to pass it? What kind of call is that? And then, of course, Malcolm Butler picks it off at the 1 yard line. It was probably the most embarrassing play I've ever seen any team do. That was complete awful. And Marshawn Lynch had a 1 yard touchdown earlier in the game. Why not use him? He's your running back for a reason. He's called beast mode for a reason. Heck, he broke 6 or 7 tackles against the New Orleans Saints. Why not run it? That's one of the biggest mysteries ever in football. It's why pass it? Run it with beast mode. He's your guy. All right, coming in at number 4, we have Super Bowl 47, Ravens versus 49ers, the blackout game. This is when half the Superdome went completely dark. That was the power outage. That was everything happened. It was a 30-minute delay, I think. Maybe even I think it was a 30 or 45-minute delay. But the game ended 34-31 Ravens. The Ravens were crushing them 28 to 6. I believe it was 28 to 6 or something. But then the 49ers started coming back. Everyone's thinking, oh no, Niners are coming back. This is not good. But fortunately for the Ravens, they got a field goal and won the game. I don't know if it was I think it was a touchdown, actually. Pretty sure it was a touchdown. Or it could have been 2 field goals too. But they did win by 3 points. And in my personal opinion, if I was watching that live, I would have rooted for Joe Flacco and the Ravens. So coming in at number 3, we have Super Bowl 54, Chiefs versus 49ers. I think this is a wonderful game. Definitely from the start too. It was in a great environment. The commercials were great. I forget that kid's name. He was like the kid that was like running all across like the country to get to like the Super Bowl. His name started with a B. I know that. I think it was like Bunchy or something like that. I'll have to like look it up. But I thought that commercial was great, and especially the tribute to Pat Tillman, because he was, Pat Tillman was an amazing guy. He sacrificed himself to sacrifice his NFL career to go into the military. So I also have huge respect for Pat Tillman for that reason. And coming in at number 2 is Eagles versus Patriots. If number 1 did not happen, this Super Bowl would be on my favorites list. It was my favorite until number 1 showed up, which I guess you guys can all guess at this point. But the most high-scoring Super Bowl of all time, 41-33 Eagles. I was so happy. There's this one video that I always watch, especially like right before Super Bowl time. It's called Eagles Win the Super Bowl, Everyone Goes Nuts. I just thought that was a great emotional like video, like all tied together. I feel like, that really captures the passion that the NFL fans have about their teams, unless you're a bandwagon. But most people are not bandwagons. Like me, I'm like a diehard Jets fan. If the Jets won the Super Bowl, I would be like bawling my eyes out. I'm not even joking. Like I would go crazy. I would go crazy, like jumping up. Heck, if it's like say it's like 20 degrees, I would like open up our pool and jump in it, even if it's like 20 degrees out in February. So I just thought this was a great game. Eagles versus Patriots, most high-scoring Super Bowl of all time. I thought Nick Foles definitely deserved it. And at that point, I thought the Eagles were, the best team in football, which they were, because they beat the New England Patriots. I'm pretty sure the Eagles were the underdogs in this game, because especially they had a backup quarterback playing. And coming in at number 1, Bengals versus Rams, Super Bowl 56. Hear me out. I was rooting for the Rams. I was a huge believer in Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp. I'm pretty sure I was talking about that in last year's Super Bowl prediction. I was a total believer. I liked Joe Burrow, but like, did I really get the hype? They had a couple close calls with getting a first down, but they just couldn't get it done. The Rams were consistent some of the game. Third quarter, they started getting like not consistent. So they had one field goal and a touchdown in the entire second half, which is, so let's see, that's 10 points right there. And they got 13 points in the first half. So I thought they did a slightly better job in the first half. But however, in the final 2 minutes of the game were like the slowest 2 minutes of any football game of my life. So, because the thing that made it so great to me is that like my entire family was rooting for the Los Angeles Rams to win the Super Bowl. And we had a Super Bowl party at like a family friend of ours at a family friend's house. And we went there, my cousin, my close friend, like one of my closest friends, again, my other cousins, my brother, we were all rooting for the Rams. And those final 2 minutes were awesome. Like, we were so happy for the Rams. So when Cooper Kupp got that pass, they all started going nuts. I mean, like 75% of my family are also diehard Jets fans, also like I am. But we were all rooting for the Rams that day, and we were just so happy that they won. So that is the reason why Super Bowl 56 is number 1, because the environment was great at the time. Like, I was with my cousins, with my family, and I had a blast there. And just seeing the Rams win just made it probably like the happiest Super Bowl I think I've ever watched. It's like a storybook Super Bowl, in my perspective. And so, anyways, there you guys have it. But let's make a quick prediction. I think Super Bowl 57 could be my favorite Super Bowl. Actually, no, because I just explained the other one why. So I don't think anything will probably beat Super Bowl 56 unless the Jets win the Super Bowl. If the Jets win the Super Bowl, I don't even care if it's like 3-0. It'll be my favorite Super Bowl of all time. But I'm predicting So we had 10 Super Bowl. This is our 11th Super Bowl since Super Bowl 47 right here. This, so I think this is going to go at number 3 on my list. I'm predicting for next year's Super Bowl, this is going to go number 3 on my list right here. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys later today for the other video coming today about the NFL awards. Peace out, Jet fans.